Alright, people, what the hell is going on? It's Tuesday night. I'm sitting in the house. I got a man called Otto. It's on pause now. On the TV. And then I'm just sitting here, and this is a continuation of a video I shot last week or whenever the fuck it was. Well, somebody had stole a couple of dumbbells off my porch. They stole a 10-pound dumbbell and a 50-pound dumbbell. Well, I go outside today, and the other 10, because they stole a 10-pound and a 50-pound, and and then I had a 10 and a 50-pound dumbbell. It's still out. It was, out there. And I went out there and I looked, and it was like, I saw that it was gone. This is a 10-pound dumbbell and a 50-pound dumbbell. Somebody that came up on my porch. And if you don't, I have to show y'all. Have to actually show, right? This is where I sit, right here in my front room. This is a living room. I got an old bedroom right there, but all my time is spent right here. This is a front door. Right there, the weights, both for the 10-pound and the dump and the shut up, cat. And this is why, this is the main reason why right here. Get the fuck down. Yeah, right there. It was under that chain. Right there. Both of them. I had them under that chain on purpose. As y'all can see, it's a highway right there. 59, you know what I'm saying? So, and you can hear those cars going all night. And then you got the cat. You can see the cat that tore my screen all up and shit. And the cat keep trying to come in the house. And I gotta sit here with my door shut. You can still hear the cars and all kind of shit outside, but the stupid cat will climb up because that's the top panel to the door. It came off. That's what goes right here. I gotta put it back. I can't put it back myself. I have to have somebody come over here and put it back. The cat will crawl up under the screen that they done tore up, and she crawls up under here. Now, what happens is she crawls up in there because you see the box I got down there is where I had the kittens. It was storming and shit today, so that's the other cat right there. She'd have moved all the kittens somewhere else, so they're not in that box anymore. But she would jump up through here with the kittens in their mouth, trying to bring them in the house. She had a spot underneath there. She was trying to bring the cats. She snuck one of them in here. See, there she go again. Get down. This is why I got to keep my door closed. The hell? This is why I got to keep my door closed. I usually will be sitting here with my door open. And I can hear everything going on out here. Noise from the freeway and all. But with the cat doing that stupid shit, she'll climb up here to get in, and this door be closed, and then she'll be stuck right here in between the damn in between the door and the screen door. And then you can hear her doing this shit right here. Don't you start coming up here, cat. But the thing is, somebody, they came up here. I can't sit around like I want to because the cat got me sitting around in this bitch. How I'm not usually in here. Where people can come up on my porch and just walk off with shit. You know what I'm saying? And I just went outside. I was sitting there watching a movie, and I hit a stupid ass cat. She's stuck in between the two doors. And I go and open the door, And I look and I saw the way. I was like, somebody came up over here and and took my shit. And I don't know when. I just know it was today. It rained hard as hell this morning. And then it probably rained a little bit in the afternoon, but I know I was asleep in the afternoon. So they came up on my porch and was able to take the weights, move that chain, which means they had to taking their time, because I had that chain entangled around them fucking weights, because you can't move that chain without me hearing it. Well, apparently I was in this bitch sleep. You know what I'm saying? They had to just so happen to come in, you know, yeah, just I'm like, okay, that's how we doing shit now. And they gonna get comfortable coming up on this fucking porch. And they already are. It ain't really much shit to steal up there. You know what I'm saying? If they was gonna steal, they got the dumbbells. Okay, they probably don't want no more than that. There's other weights out there, but it's like the plate weights and the bar. You know, if you don't steal that shit, the whole bar and shit is the bench with the 45 plates on it is sitting on the bench outside. They ain't fuck with that. You know what I'm saying? I'll go out there and look, that shit's still there. But you come over here and take a whole 40, but the 35s is still there. You know, I'm just, whoever doing it is probably not walking up and down the long way of the street. They probably cutting through the back to the back street, and then, you know, whatever the fuck. I don't know if they taking that shit to the metal yard, or they got some shit to work out with at the house. And I don't talk to nobody around here, so I ain't gonna never be on nobody's house and be like, hey, you just so happen to have some 10-pound weights and some 50-pound weights around this motherfucker, you know? And I'm to the point now where I'm about to leave this shit right here. Y'all can see it's trashy down there. Hold on, let me see. I'll make sure. I got my curl bar here. You know, I got my curl bar right there. And now, where I gotta call somebody over here so I can put that panel back up there. And then I'm gonna leave this shit outside on the porch. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna leave that outside on the goddamn porch. And like I said last time, that's, anytime I end up talking about this shit, you know, you want to come up on my property, you know what I'm saying, and steal shit. Don't get caught. Because I was when the cat got caught and I looked over there, I saw my shit was missing, and I walked outside because I don't know how long the shit been gone, because the cat be making all kind of stupid ass noises. Shit be falling over all on the porch and shit. So I go outside, look around. It's dark. I can't see shit at night, no way. So I got my shit in my hand. I'm looking. I see my shit is gone. They can't be too far. But on the other side of the shop, you know, the Iranians got their shop next door. I hear shit like on the other side of the fence. You know, on the opposite side of the shop. I'm like, so I kind of walked over there. I had my shit in my hand. It was cocked too, just in case I saw something. I let a shot go in the ground, because motherfuckers will hear a shot and then they'll get to moving. They gonna sit around. But I'm like, these motherfuckers over here, folks just ain't gonna learn. They just not. You can say I ain't gonna. You can say that I ain't gonna learn because I'm the one keep getting shit stolen from me. But at a certain point, you know, if it's something to be stolen, they gonna try to steal it. It ain't but be too long before they start fucking with the Suburban out there. You know what I'm saying? It just shit. They already coming up on the goddamn porch. You know what I'm saying? Like a motherfucker don't live here. You know what I'm saying? They walking up on my porch and shit like a motherfucker don't live here. And I don't have regular ass hours and shit. So I'll be asleep during the day. I might be asleep I don't know when the fuck I'm gonna be asleep. You know what I'm saying? I don't. Which means they don't know when the fuck I'm gonna be asleep. You keep creeping up over here, you gonna fuck around and creep up over here during the day. If you're gonna do some shit, broad daylight is the best time to do it. It's full traffic on the freeway. You know, it's gonna muffle anything out that's going on out there. I can't keep my fucking door open, keep the cats and shit out the fucking house. You know what I'm saying? You know, keep the cats out the goddamn house. Like my door closed, right? I'm one of those people that I like to have my windows and shit open. I can't because the cats, that cat done had kittens. I leave the door open or I leave a window open. She gonna grab one and start hopping, start bringing them in the house. I can't have kittens in the house. I don't want them in the house. I done had to take them out the house at least 3 times where she done snuck a cat in here, and I done had to grab it and put it back outside where I am. And then even if she ain't trying to bring the cats in, she gonna keep trying to get in the house. And that's how, it's funny because, you know, on something, they know I'm sitting right here. They'll come, the curtain is down now, but when I had that curtain up, because sometime during the day, I had that curtain tied up like that one, so it'll be some light in here, so I don't have to have that shit on. They'll come right there. And, you know, they'll come sit on the top of the air conditioner, looking in the window, looking at me like, hey, you know, you can hear them making any noise. As soon as I stand up and walk to the door, you can see them run over there. And then the one that I just knocked off the door, you would see her. She got to the point to where she'll climb up like right on the top of the bottom window and climb up and be looking through that glass right there. You know what I'm saying? I got up one day, I heard some noise. I got up to go look outside to see what the fuck was going on. And a little cat head just looking in here through that little window right there. I'm like, you little fuck. I was like, you little fucker. So I can't operate like I want. I like the, you know, it ain't been hot yet. It ain't been, you know, the weather been okay. It ain't been like in the 90s and no shit like that where I got to sit in the house. Like my AC is not even on. It's been raining all day today. And even on the days where it ain't been raining, I don't really have to have the AC going. I got the fan blowing right now. Ideally, I just have my windows open. You know what I'm saying? Ideally, I just have the windows open. And then I can hear shit that's going outside, at least around on, you know, depending on how I got shit. I can have that bedroom window open, that window open, and the door open. It'll just be a breeze all up through here. You know what I'm saying? Just air just flowing through the fucking house. Can't do that. And I got all the windows open. Like right now, I can't hardly hear shit. You can hear shit. The extra loud V8, V12 motherfuckers rolling up and down the goddamn street. You know, you can hear them motherfuckers. But regular traffic, you usually can hear that shit. But when my door closed and stuff, you know, it's not as pronounced. You kind of get used to it once you've been living here all these years. But hearing shit on my porch, you know what I'm saying, with the door and shit, because you don't know what the fuck to ignore. The cat making noise, jiggling my fucking doorknob and doing all kind of stupid shit outside. You thinking it's the cat, but it's probably actually a motherfucker out there. You know, it's just. Ah, man. I'm gonna have to shoot somebody. I'm just gonna have to. It ain't gonna. That shit won't stop until whoever doing it, you know what I'm saying, run his ass up here and they get shot. You know what I'm saying? Where it's to the point to where, okay, it ain't, a message has to be sent out to where, okay, a motherfucker that ran up over here and got blasted, and then you got police and shit surrounding this goddamn place, you know, with the you know, until people start seeing they shit the way they're like, yeah, you don't want to start fucking around over there. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to start fucking around over there. It's gonna be some shit. Leave that alone. That motherfucker ain't playing. That's all it's gonna take. That's all it's gonna take. I don't want to have to do that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to have to do that. It seems like I'm gonna fucking have to. And if I do, it's like what else am I supposed to do? I've been living on this property all my life, and shit. It's always been that theft factor. That's that's what it is. At least over here, because I mean, you ain't gonna see a whole bunch of other shit over here. It's because it's only me and the folks at their shop right here in the middle of the shop, in the middle of this block. Then you got the folks way down at the end. They shit is fenced off, and then you got some other people down there at the other end, and ain't nobody down there trying to steal shit they got. It's right here. You know what I'm saying? To where they don't see no activity. You know what I'm saying? It's because I'm in the house all the goddamn time. And if I'm gone, well, fuck, the house look the goddamn same. It ain't like I'm out there sitting on the porch, you know what I'm saying, with the lemonade and all this other shit, just chilling out on the goddamn porch. No, motherfucker, I'm in the motherfucking house. And shit pisses me off, man. Like I said, I was sitting there, a man called Otto. I put the movie on to watch and all this other stuff. I ain't fucking 10 minutes into the goddamn movie before I gotta go look outside and see some bullshit and get distracted and all kind of other shit. And now I'm like, I better not hear nothing else on my porch. You know what I'm saying? I better not hear nothing else on my porch. I'm gonna have to fuck somebody up. It's not even me over here trying to sound tough or no shit like that. I don't know. I done had to call police over here for shit in this. That's not gonna do nothing. Case number ain't gonna do shit for you. Case number ain't gonna stop nobody from trespassing on your property, looking around, prowling, trying to see what they can take and all this other stuff. No, it's not. Only thing that's gonna stop a motherfucker from prowling around on your shit is if you catch them. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Depending on what you do to them. That's the solution right there. That's the solution right there. That's why I gotta keep goddamn gun in reach. Every time somebody knock on my door, because I don't know who knocking at my door. I don't have company like that. Somebody knocking at my door, I'm like, who the fuck is knocking at my door? It's like agitating. Who the hell is knocking at my door? Because don't nobody knocking at my door. Anytime somebody knock at my door, when I look out there, there's some motherfucker, I'm like, who are you? Somebody coming for my dad that used to be at the shop, or some shit like that. A day or two ago, somebody knocked on my door. I'm looking out there, some old lady from a church that used to get. I'm like, man, my dad died like 3 years ago. I'm like, yeah, I got to go through that every so often. But yeah, man, I'm just disgusted because I'm like, I'm not for I'm gonna, as long as I'm here, I'm gonna do how I want my shit. I'm gonna do how I want to do. You know what I'm saying? If I want shit on my porch, I'm gonna keep shit on my porch. Somebody come steal it, all right, don't get caught. You know what I'm saying? It just don't get caught. You know what I'm saying? Like I had that shit. I had that shit set up to like, okay, if you come over here and take them weights, if I'm awake, you know what I'm saying? If I'm awake, I'm gonna hear this shit. Well, apparently I wasn't awake because you had to move that chain. You had to move that chain and shit off of the top of the weights to be able to get the weights, pick them up and get them up, and take them with you. You can't pick up no chain silently. You know what I'm saying? So apparently and I've been here. I ain't went nowhere. So apparently they just happened to come while I was fucking like knocked out sleep. Because I was knocked out for a while. Now that I'm thinking about it, maybe from like maybe 9:30, between 9:30 and 10, all the way up until like and when did I wake up? Damn near 3 o'clock or some shit like that. I was gone. I was knocked the fuck out. So it's somewhere in between it, because it was raining like hell that morning. It was dark as fuck outside. Like it's nighttime. It's after like 10, 11 o'clock now. It looked like that at fucking 8 o'clock this morning. Well, about 9 o'clock this morning. I'm like, shit, I fell back to sleep like I hadn't been to sleep all goddamn night. Matter of fact, I think I had woke up at maybe about 4 o'clock in the morning, so I had been up for a little bit. So that's about when they came and, took their shit. Took the shit. So I'm just like, okay, all right. Figure that shit out. These some broad daylight ass motherfucker. Well, it was cloudy, so it was just regular daylight ass motherfuckers, just brave as hell, just come up on the fucking porch. Brazen, whatever that fucking word is, man. There's only one way to stop that shit. It is. There's only one way to stop that shit. Well, it's actually a couple of ways. I can just take away the damn temptation altogether. But the shit, man, a lot of that shit is sitting out on the porch for a fucking reason. My house is packed full of shit. My house is packed full of shit. I keep my workout stuff out the fuck side. But, I'm gonna keep, it is what it is, but it's gonna stay like that. It's gonna stay like that. Like the shit I got out there now, the bench and the weights. Now, the bench, that bench is old as hell. So, that bench is damn probably, I'm 47, 26. Man, that bench, the weight bench I got out there is probably about 20 years old itself. It functions as a bench, but I don't go out there and use it like I really should. But the seat and all that stuff is, it's falling apart. So I'm like, I might just take the barbell off and the weights off and just drag that thing and leave it on the side of the road for heavy trash. And I have my barbell sitting on the porch. I have my barbell sitting on the porch, and have the other shit sitting over, the weight sitting over there. And because they hadn't taken anything else. I mean, I'm trying to think of what else. I got a brand new sledgehammer on the porch, and I got an old ass sledgehammer on the porch. They could have took that. I go out there and look. Sledgehammer still there. It ain't like it. I got an old ass sledgehammer. Well, my dad's sledgehammer got that big 8-pound head on it. I don't know. It's a big ass head on it. It ain't. It's the sledgehammer ain't been used for shit. The other one's like a work sledgehammer. You can use it for workouts, but it's hard to use that thing for workouts. You got to use like the regular sledgehammer. I forget the weights of the heads on there, but I got one of those out there. It ain't brand new, but it ain't been used for nothing but hitting the tire. Motherfuckers out there shopping on my porch. I mean, you ain't looked at that shit and decided just to be like, man, I'll take this. I got some ankle weights out there. You ain't want to take the ankle weights? I'm pretty sure I ain't gonna use them. I don't know, them things is bad for your knees and shit. You ain't supposed to have stuff hanging off your legs like that, but still, it's like shit, man. What else? Like now, I'm listening. I can hear a car, but it ain't over here. You hear weird ass shit all the time sitting here. You have to try to figure out what the fuck because somebody came by here asking if I wanted to sell, like the dumbbell. I was like, man, I ain't selling that no time soon. So I know somebody see the shit, but that was afterwards. You know what I'm saying? That was afterwards. After the first time somebody came around here and stole it away. So you gonna come around here, steal some shit, and then come back and ask me if I want to sell it? You know, just that don't make sense. I don't think it was them same people, but somebody, you know, somebody got it. It's like they stole my bike. Somebody stole my bike. Now I heard when they did that, they just got up out of here, and I heard that in my sleep because they knocked a whole bunch of shit over on the porch because I had a whole bunch of shit sitting on top of the bike. So they couldn't help but knock over a whole bunch of shit to get the bike. And thing about it was, I was in here asleep. I mean, I got to get up. I got to find, put my shoes on and all kind of shit. You know, I got the little, you know what I'm saying? So I can just, it don't take long for me to put my shoes on, grab my little, go out to the front door. But I mean, you got to think, that's right when you wake up. You done heard some shit and you over here doing it, trying to get up. And your mind ain't fucking, you coherent enough to know that you got to get up to go out to the porch to see what the fuck is going on, but you still ain't processing shit. You know what I'm saying? I get out, I go out, and I look up and down the goddamn street and didn't see nobody when I should have. They just grabbed the bike, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't, it's a open way through the back of the house, through that. It's an empty lot right next to me. It's just a straight way to the back street back there. I didn't even think to just go back there and look and shit. But even if I did and I would have saw him, it wouldn't have been shit I could do. I can't shoot a motherfucker from down the goddamn street. I mean, I can. Your ass gonna be in trouble if you do. But even if I'd saw a motherfucker on the bike or just or walking down the street with it, whatever, and he would have been down the street. But I'm gonna do take off running. Nigga, I'm not 19 no more. I don't run no 4.5 no more. I wouldn't have caught that motherfucker. So what I'm gonna do? Go run my old 40-something-year-old ass down the goddamn street. I would have made it about 3 or 4 steps before I probably would have fell down. And like I said, you can't shoot a motherfucker from down the goddamn street. Shit. We ain't out in the country. Motherfucker, you out in the country, you get caught fucking around out there, motherfucker shoot your ass. They just throw your ass somewhere. Your ass will be out. Your ass will be on an episode of Unsolved Mysteries. 20 years from now, motherfucker still wondering where your ass at. Man, we saw him one day. Next thing you know, he was just gone, man. I don't know what happened to him. Around here, you can't do that. I catch your ass over on here in the vicinity, that'd be your ass. I can't shoot you in the back, though. I can't do nothing but make noise, tell you the truth. You know what I'm saying? Unless I catch you trespassing and some shit like that. I can make you run the fuck off. You know what I'm saying? I can make you run the fuck off. Now, if I catch you in my house, that's different. But, if I catch you on my property, I can make you run the fuck off. I will fire some shots. They might be in your direction in the ground. You just can't go off shooting. You ain't even supposed to shoot. You ain't supposed to be shooting your gun, period. But if I shoot that bitch, you know what I'm saying? You gonna know that you done got spotted. You know what I'm saying? You gonna know that you got spotted. So I put a shot in the goddamn ground around you. You can't shoot a motherfucker off at a goddamn distance where there ain't no goddamn imminent threat to you and no shit like that. Some cases you might can get away with that shit, but you gonna be in court for a while. Is it worth it? Yeah, so if a motherfucker know you got some shit and you ain't scared to pull the trigger, that's enough to keep them away from your domicile. Fuck up ass word. That's enough to keep them away, man. It's just like, okay. That's all I'm dealing with right now, though. That's what I'm dealing with. And I'm really debating. You know what I'm saying? This is what you be thinking about. You know what I'm saying? You just sitting here all day. Just you on your video game, you watching whatever on YouTube and movies or whatnot. And all that's going through your head, if a motherfucker just happen to walk in that goddamn door for some kind of goddamn way, if I forget to lock it or whatever the fuck, or if I catch somebody around here, what I'm gonna do? It's just scenarios in my head all day long. What's gonna happen if somebody come up in this motherfucker? You know what I'm saying? It's just, what you gonna do? You gotta have some kind of goddamn plan. It's just like that church lady knocked on my goddamn door, was asking, trying to ask for my dad. I answered the door. I had my gun in my fucking hand. I tried to keep it out of people's sight. She probably knew I had it in my hand, cause I started talking to her after I leaned to the side. You can tell I done sat something down, and then I started talking to her. Just like, y'all come knocking on my door like you motherfucking police. Don't nobody come and be like, I don't hear that. I don't. When motherfucker come to my door, it be like, I'm like, God damn. You could just knock like a regular ass knock. You ain't gotta beat on my fucking house. You know what I'm saying? This house all as fuck. Knock. Don't beat on it. Shit, you gonna fuck around and knock a panel loose or something. It's like every time somebody knock on the door, boom, 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 boom. Now back in the day, it would have to been like that if like when my dad was here, where his bedroom is right behind me, and this is the front of the house over here. My room is in the back, so you be knocking on the door all goddamn day. I'm in the back room, but I don't hear you. I'll be back there on my game or sleep or whatever the fuck. I know my dad was mad a couple times. Shit, he done locked his keys in the house or misplaced his keys or some shit. He come trying to get in the house, bam, 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 bam. And he ain't gonna come around the side and just knock on my window or some shit to where he can hear me or call out my name. Knock on my bedroom window, which is in the opposite side, all the way in the back of the house. You gonna beat on the front door, literally shaking the whole goddamn house, and be mad because I didn't hear you. I'm like, well, shit, man. Anybody else, people that don't even live here, know where my room is. If they knock, they will come to the back room and be like, knock on the window or some shit. You know, just, yeah. All right, I think I could have finished watching my goddamn movie now. That's it. I'm finna finish watching my movie. It ain't shit else I can do. I done sat here. I done talked about it. I done got it off my chest. It's still a problem, but you know, whatever. I shouldn't hear no more noise. Tomorrow, depending on what the weather's like, tomorrow, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the weights off the bench, the 245-pound plates, and the dumbbell. I'm just gonna prop that up on the fucking porch. And then I'll drag because it's probably time for a new bench. I can buy a new bench. I don't feel like spending no money though, but I ain't really got nowhere to put it. I ain't got to buy a new bench, but I ain't got nowhere to put it. I'm not gonna buy a new bench to sit outside. You know what I'm saying? Unless somebody offer me some bench, you know what I'm saying, some used bench that I don't give a fuck about. Okay, you know what I'm saying? But me finna buy a new bench for some weights, and then first thing I do is stick that bitch outside. Cause that, like I said, I've had that one over 20 years probably. Well, shit, it was in my bedroom before I had my bed and a bench in my bedroom. And then it was outside for many years until, you know, till a couple years ago where I put it in the shop, and then once I got rid of the shop, I back outside where it was. But, you know, I can just do away with that because that's one less thing, because it's actually outside in the way when I need to cut the grass. And I'm going to the gym now anyway. If I go outside, other than some damn bench press, I don't really need to fuck with that, no way. I can use that for deadlifts or something else. And then I can, it's other ways I can use that bar in the weights. You know, you can sit it against something where you can do the little rolls. You pull up the weight, pull up the bar on one end. You know, it's a lot I can do with that without actually using the bench, because I'm better off doing push-ups anyway. And ain't no use to be sitting over there. I can't hardly do much more than 135 anyway. You're lifting a weight and whatnot, and then you try to hop down and do some push-ups, can barely do goddamn push-ups with that shit. Yeah, but I think I'm gonna do that tomorrow. I'm gonna sit I'm already at the same place I had it at first. I'm gonna set the bar up right up where I got the other little walking sticks and stuff sitting up. Put the weights down there where I had the 45-pound place. This where the change and shit was, and it should be about the same. But if a motherfucker comes stepping up on the goddamn porch, because the way they goddamn that window is, I'm 6'3". I get on my tiptoes a little bit. I can see out that window. I'll be looking out that goddamn window right there. You won't see me. You know what I'm saying? You won't fucking see me. Let me see something. Yeah, I'm 6'3". This is eye level right here. So the cameras is at my eye. So I can look out here and see shit. That's how I look. I can look and look down. Well, I can see better without this. You can hear that fucking cat outside whining. Yeah, so I can look out here and see shit. Yeah. And they won't see me. Not if I do this shit right here. Like if somebody come up on my porch, you can't see me. My lights off, and I can see you just as good as anything out there. But they won't be able to see me. Oh shit. Light back on, shit. But that's it. Let me finish watching my movie. I will catch y'all on the flip side.